My beloved child, listen closely to what I have to tell you. There are moments in your life when you feel like you're walking alone, as if the weight of worries and tribulations is bending your knees. But do you know something? When those knees bend, when you close your eyes and talk to me, all of heaven rejoices. You can't imagine the joy I feel when even in the midst of storms you turn to me. When you start your day with prayer, something powerful happens. Not only do you open your eyes to the world, but you also open your heart to me. I see every word that comes from your lips, even those you can't express. I know the deepest secrets of your heart, the battles you face, the fears that consume you, and the dreams you guard so carefully. When you kneel and surrender everything to me, your faith breaks barriers. It is in those moments that I can act fully because you're trusting, believing, and surrendering. I see when you wake up early, still tired, and set aside the first minutes of your day to connect with me. I know it's often hard to fight against discouragement, exhaustion, or even the distractions around you. But when you make that effort, when you choose to prioritize our communion, I am glorified. Every word you speak, every tear you shed, every sigh, whether of hope or despair, is precious to me. None of your prayers are forgotten or ignored. On the contrary, they move my heart. My child, every time you kneel, something tremendous happens in the spiritual realm. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but your prayers have the power to move mountains. It doesn't matter if you pray in the morning, afternoon, or night. What matters is that you seek me sincerely. When you give me your fears, your pain, your dreams, even your doubts, it's like saying, Lord, I trust in you. I know I can't do it alone, but with you all things are possible. Oh, how that brings me joy, my child. That joy cannot be compared to anything earthly. It's like watching a lost child come home, like seeing faith bloom in a tired heart and transform it into strength. Be certain that every one of your prayers is precious to me. I keep each one. I answer them all, even if sometimes it feels like you're not hearing the answer. My timing is perfect, and my plans for you are greater than anything you can imagine. Even when your words seem confused, or when silence dominates your prayers, I am there. I don't just hear what you say, I hear what you feel, what you can't put into words. The tears that fall from your face are seen by me, and I turn them into strength. No prayer goes unnoticed. Even that brief "Lord, help me" holds immeasurable power when said with faith. My child, have you ever thought about the power in your prayer? No matter how simple or short, it reaches heaven. When you say, Lord, I can't anymore, but I give it all to you, I receive your prayer like a sweet fragrance. I collect every tear you shed and turn it into strength. I see your struggle against doubt, against the plagues of anxiety and fear, and I tell you, trust in me, because I'm working on your behalf. Do you think your prayers are small? Not at all. Remember Elijah, who prayed for no rain, and it didn't rain for 3.5 years. Remember the woman who touched the hem of Jesus' robe in the crowd. She didn't need words, only faith. And what happened? She was healed. The same is true for you, my child. When you seek me in faith, even in silence, I see, I hear, and I respond. Have you noticed how your burdens become lighter when you surrender everything to me? It's not because the problems instantly disappear, but because I am with you. I am the one who fights for you, who goes before you and destroys the walls trying to stop your progress. When you surrender your life, your dreams, your problems, even those situations that seem impossible, I take control. And when I take control, the impossible becomes possible. Remember, I am the God who opened the Red Sea, who brought down the walls of Jericho, who raised Lazarus from the dead. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I did for them, I will do for you. The faith you show when you pray is like a river of living water. It purifies, renews, and strengthens. So don't let anything steal your faith. Don't let tribulations harden your heart or make you give up speaking with me. Even when it feels like the world is falling apart, continue. Even when you face difficult people, illness, or storms, pray. When you pray with overflowing faith, you activate my power. And more than that, you find peace. Not the peace the world gives, but my peace which surpasses all understanding. Do you realize that even in the darkest valley, I am by your side? Today, my child, I invite you to continue this path of prayer. Begin each day with me. Kneel not only in desperation, but also in gratitude. Be thankful for the breath of life, for the chance to start anew, for the victories, And even the defeats, because they shape you. Be constant, because prayer is not just a request. It's a conversation between us. I love hearing your voice. I love seeing your faith. And I love acting in your life. Don't worry if your words seem confused or repetitive. I don't just hear what you say, I hear what's in your heart, my child. Never forget that I am by your side in the darkest moments. When no one seems to see the tears you hide, I see them. I know the exhaustion that weighs on your shoulders, the nights when you feel alone, without strength even to ask for help. But I want you to know, you are never alone. Even when you think there's no solution, I am there, holding you with my strong hand. I see you when you fight to keep going, even with a wounded heart. I see you trying to find reasons to smile, even when circumstances aren't favorable. And my child, that fills me with joy. Because in those moments you are trusting me, recognizing that your strength comes from me. When you choose to kneel, even in the middle of the storm, when you raise your hands and declare your dependence on me, heaven moves. Your faith, even if small like a mustard seed, has the power to call my intervention. Keep praying, my beloved child, no matter the size of the battle or how impossible the situation may seem. Persevere, because while you pray, I am working. I am opening doors that no one can ever shut. I am breaking chains that bind you. I am toppling giants that try to intimidate you. I am undoing evil plans against you. I am the God who does the impossible, and I am preparing victories for you beyond what you can imagine. So today, trust. Surrender, rest in me, and believe, dear child, that your story is in good hands. Everything that seems lost, hopeless, I am taking care of it. I am the God who restores, who heals, who lifts up the fallen and turns pain into blessing. My promise to you is this: victory is on the way, because I am faithful and I never fail. My beloved child, now that you have opened your heart, let me take you deeper into understanding. There are things happening in the spiritual realm that your eyes cannot see. But your faith reaches places your feet never could. Each time you pray, you are building something eternal, something far beyond today's struggles. There are days when answers feel delayed, when silence surrounds your soul like a dense fog, but don't confuse my silence with absence. In silence, I am shaping what you cannot yet comprehend. The roots of the strongest trees grow deep in darkness before they ever see the light. When your mind is restless and your heart overwhelmed by decisions and fears, bring them to me, not just in formality, but with honesty. Lay them out like puzzle pieces scattered before you and let me arrange them with my wisdom. I'm not confused by your confusion. There's a reason some doors remain closed no matter how hard you knock. It's not rejection, it's redirection. I close what will harm you and I open what will heal you. You only see the moment, but I see the entire road. I know the end from the beginning. I know the end from the beginning. I've watched you feel unnoticed, especially when you give so much and receive little in return. But remember, I see every act of love, every sacrifice done in secret, every kind word spoken when no one was watching. These things are recorded in heaven, not lost in the wind. There will be seasons when I strip things away, not to punish, but to purify. What I remove is often what you've depended on too much, and what I give you in return is stronger, more lasting. Sometimes I must clear the soil before planting something greater. My child, stop comparing your journey to others. You were not made to follow their path. You were crafted with intention, designed for a purpose only you can fulfill. Envy steals your sight. Gratitude restores it. There's power in your daily faithfulness. Don't underestimate the strength it takes to remain consistent, to keep choosing me even when you feel empty. I reward the faithful. What feels small to you is great in my kingdom. Sometimes I will delay what you desire in order to deepen what you need. You may want the outcome, but I'm more interested in who you're becoming. Character formed in fire is never easily broken. I see how much you try to hold everything together. But it's not your hands that carry the weight of the world. It's mine. You were never meant to carry burdens alone. I long to lift what you can no longer bear. Let me teach you something sacred. Peace is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of my spirit in the middle of them. If you keep searching for a perfect moment to feel peace, you'll miss the peace I offer right now. You've asked me for signs, and I've sent them. But often they come in quiet forms, a word spoken through a friend, a moment of peace that suddenly surrounds you, a dream that lingers in the morning. Don't overlook the quiet ways I speak. When you're surrounded by opinions and noise, step away and seek me. I am not found in the chaos, but in stillness. The world shouts, but I whisper. The whisper requires closeness, and I am always near. I haven't forgotten the promises I've made to you. Even when years pass and you feel like they've faded into nothing, I remember. I am the God of appointed times, and no promise I make returns empty. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not broken beyond repair. You're not abandoned. You are not too far gone. You are chosen, loved, and marked for restoration. I see beauty in what the world calls ruin. I've heard every whisper you've made in tears at night. When you said, "I can't do this anymore," I was already preparing strength for the next day. You didn't see it then, but I was there, holding you quietly. You may feel unseen in crowded rooms, overlooked by people, and misunderstood by those closest to you. But you are fully known by me. I know your voice in the crowd. I recognize your sighs and silences. There's a purpose in the waiting. It's where I prepare the soil of your heart. It's where your roots grow deep, where your dependence on me strengthens. Don't despise the delay. It's sacred ground. My child, release the guilt you've been carrying. I've already forgiven you for what you've repented. Stop reopening what I've already healed. You are not your past. You are the story I'm still writing. Do not be afraid of weakness. It is not a flaw, it's an invitation. When you're weak, I become strong in you. When you fall, I don't stand at a distance. I kneel beside you to lift you up. Your journey doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. Keep showing up in my presence, keep listening, keep trusting. You are growing in ways you cannot yet measure. There are victories I've placed ahead of you that will only be revealed when you walk by faith. Fear wants to paralyze you, but faith will move your feet even when you don't see the ground ahead. The reason some people left your life wasn't your failure. It was my protection. I removed those who could not go where I'm taking you. I separate for growth, even when the separation hurts. Don't be discouraged by the size of your dream. If I placed it in your heart, I will equip you to fulfill it. I don't give visions without provision. You may not know how, but I already do. Scene script. I know you felt like giving up lately. I've seen the heaviness, the questions, the quiet cries behind the smile, but don't stop now. The breakthrough is closer than it feels. When you walk through seasons of dryness, don't assume I'm far. I'm often closer in the desert than on the mountaintop. I don't need rain to bring fruit. I can bring water from the rock. You've prayed for peace in your mind, and I am answering. Slowly, I'm untangling the thoughts that keep you anxious. But you must cooperate with me by resting, by silencing the lies, by filling your mind with truth. Do not neglect your soul in the pursuit of achievement. The world celebrates productivity, but I treasure intimacy. Let me teach you to be, not just to do. When you confess your fears, I don't shame you, I receive them. I exchange them for courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to trust me in spite of it. I'm calling you to deeper trust, not because I want to make life harder, but because I want to show you my power more clearly. As you let go of your plans, I unfold something greater. Your story is not just for you. The pain you've survived, the healing I'm doing, it will be used to lift others. What once brought you shame will one day become your testimony. You ask me why I allow pain. Child, some things are refined only through fire, but I never let the fire consume you. I use it to purify, to burn away what holds you back. When you feel like your efforts are unnoticed, remember that I see what's done in secret. I reward what's sown in silence. Faithfulness in small things will lead to greater things in time. There is strength in your scars. They are not signs of defeat, they are signs of survival. They remind the enemy that you are still standing because I upheld you. Sometimes healing begins with honesty. Come to me without masks. I don't need polished prayers, I want your real heart. I can handle your questions, your pain, even your doubts. Don't let past disappointments build walls between us.